people, a lot is really going on in the political zone. Another video I finally showcased in the early hour of today again. It was a few days ago that I showed you the video of where Rufai Oseni of Laju TV gave a back-to-back attack to Bola Ahmed Tinubu in a live television program. But something happened today. Seun Okinbaloye of Channels Television did the worst to Bola Ahmed Tinubu in a live television program today. After Tinubu was jubilating based on the victory that the 5 judges in the tribunal gave him. I would like guys to stay connected to the end of this video. If you can share this video, ensure you share it, let it go viral, share it to different social media platforms. And if you can share it, like it, give it a thumb up so that it will be recommended for us. Seun Okinbaloye of Channels Television spoiled the moment for Bola Ahmed Tinubu today. Stay connected. I'm coming back again.
Welcome you back to LAJUPOG TV.
I don't have bad news for you today.
The home of religious gossip.
But you should leave the fight for Mohammed.
What is happening in the Christendom? Join now to make sense with LAJUPOG.
Hello my great and wonderful viewers, welcome back to LAJUPOG TV. For those of you coming across this channel for the very first time, ensure you click the red subscription appearing on your video screen and do well to click the notification bell icon so that whenever we drop a new video in few hours time, YouTube will easily let you know based on what is still going on in the political world. I'll be giving you back-to-back update regarding what happened in course of the election and what happened after the election, and that is still what I'm still giving you today. If you are not subscribed to the channel, ensure you click the red subscription button on your video screen so that as to join the family of the obedience on this channel. It's normally news that the judiciary just make their ruling few days ago, and since when the judges in the tribunal, since when they make their ruling, a lot of dragging have been ongoing regarding the judgment. A lot of people have come to different television stations and they have speak out regarding what their eyes saw in the court, because the judges did not allow the judgment to be transmitted live for the general world to see and for all Nigerians to see. Though Obi write petition that they must allow the judgment to be transmitted live for everyone to see, even the proceedings, but the judges refused. They said they need to do everything privately and in indoor format, and by so doing, a lot of people did not have access to the judgment. A lot of people couldn't watch it live. A lot of people went to the court and they expressed what they saw. They said the judgment is not well done. They said the judgment that the judges made in the tribunal is a fake judgment, because the written judgment is having the inscription of Tinubu legal team and all of that. It's having the inscription that shows that the Tinubu team, they are the orchestrator of the judgment and all of that. But that is not where we're going to. Where we're going to is the fact that Seun Okinbaloye of Channels Television have finally given a space for Labour Party to bombard Tinubu in the early hour of today. It was some days ago that I released a video regarding Rufai, how Rufai dashed it out for APC people and how we exposed what APC people did to him in the hotel room in Lagos and all of that. But Seun Okinbaloye too have finally come out. The two prominent journalists that we have in Nigeria, the two popular and the most intelligent journalists we have in Nigeria is Laju TV, Rufai, and Seun Okinbaloye of Channels Television. So Seun Okinbaloye have finally come out in a debate today. If you should see what he said that the judges do in court. The judges were very harsh to Peter Obi's lawyer, and they are harsh based on the fact that obedient were moving up and down in Abuja, posting all eyes on the judiciary billboard, and that was what made them to be very angry. They stated that in court, that got them angry, so they reacted to the judgment very harsh. They did not give a favorable eyes to Obi's lawyer and all of that. That is why they make the ruling to Obedient very harsh, because the judges appear to dislike Obedient in the court. And they even lied against Peter Obi. They said the petitions that Peter Obi filed, the evidences that Peter Obi brought based on the petition, they said it is a doctored evidence. They said Peter Obi manipulated the evidences. Come and say allegation. But I would like us to stay connected to the end of this video. If you can share this video, ensure you share it. Let it go viral. Let the world see what is going on in Nigeria. And if you can share it, like it, give it a thumb up so that it will be recommended for us. We'll be stay connected as I show you the video. Come back again.
Joining me, one of the spokespersons of the Labour Party campaign organization, Mr. Yunus Tanko, who joins us virtually from Kaduna. Thank you so much, Mr. Tanko, for joining us. It's good to see you. Give us an understanding of the outcome. But what sense do you make out of that judgment, especially taking a cue from what your presidential candidate, Mr. Peter Obi, has reacted on?
I want to thank you very much for inviting me to discuss this matter. Quickly, the Nigerian people were full of expectation, coming from the fact that the learned judges ab initio told Nigerians that they would deal with this matter and look at the substance of the case. I'm quoting the learned judge. He said, we're going to deal with the matter, the substantial case here therein. We will not deal with technicalities. So I don't know when technicalities actually come into the judgment, because what we saw yesterday were simple technicalities that are being used, choreographed to knock off every inch of the petition that were made by the three petitioners. Not one single one. In fact, they did not find any credence in the processes and in the filing. In fact, they even make a caricature deliberately of some of the lawyers, which is absolutely unnecessary. For me, it's unbelievable, because it only shows, and my fear is this, making it legal. We legalize illegality and hiding under the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And I want to say here clearly, we are law-abiding and we believe in our judiciary. But in believing in our judiciary, we expect our judiciary to be free and fair in their judgment. Not to say the least, that the judgment also went ahead to say there's even manipulation of the petition evidence that was presented. I mean, it's quite unheard. The danger here is that it sends signal to every Nigerian that illegality pays, that democracy is put into the dungeon. Anybody who can commit any form of illegality can become the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, as long as he can use the judiciary and he will be able to protect himself, and then it will be pronounced so. And that, for me, is dangerous for our democracy.
Let's look at some of the reactions, Mr. Tanko. Let's take it one after the other. Some of what the judges said yesterday. One of it is the fact that they complained, or they submitted yesterday, that there were social media attacks, there were some inferences being drawn outside of the court, but evidence were not properly laid and adduced in court to prove the case.
Now, when we made applications that they should televise the proceedings live, right from the beginning, there were applications that the proceedings should be televised live. Now, that will have given an opportunity for Nigerians to see whether we presented the right evidence to the court or not. But on our part, from the Labour Party, we make sure that every processes were recorded and reported live as it's happening in the court, just to give Nigerians a kind of a sense of visuality of what really took place in the court. Now, our judges, yourself and myself and every Nigerian, were very much evidence of what happened in Lagos. We saw proof where our voters were intimidated, ballot boxes were snatched, ethnic profiling took place, and that particular issue was presented in that court for Nigerian people to see. But yet, we were told that that particular evidence is not enough. It's not enough to invalidate the election. What it simply means is that, but it is enough to show some part of this country that they are not wanted. Or it is enough to show that if you have money, you can manipulate the system.
Mr. Tanko, on that point that you touched on, this is what the tribunal said yesterday, or the court said yesterday, that the allegation that agents of the the petitioner, which is include yourself, your party and Mr. Peter Obi, had their ballot, their votes disrupted and suppressed. And the petitioners, according to the court, said video recordings will be tendered as proof. But the court said this was not done. Was there any issue of not able to provide video evidence of the disruption or suppression of votes where your party and your candidate are accused or are alleged so?
Not only did we present the evidence, in fact, our witness was one of your reporters that covered that particular event who stand as a witness, and it was presented to the court. So we did not manufacture anything, but the court went ahead to also say that the report that we submitted and the evidence that we submitted were manipulated by us. And that is funny to me, because right there as we spoke, don't forget, I am the star witness in that court. And I know for sure that we have evidence which we prove to the court that where the IRF was supposed to transmit results and did not transmit that particular result, there was only picture of human beings. There was no even result. But in any case, the court actually said that the IRF does not really matter in this particular case. So the question is, the humongous money that taxpayers paid to ensure that such a technology was put in place for the credibility of the election was totally a waste. And at the same time, the international community who supported this particular process of ensuring there is clarity and there's no ambiguity in terms of reporting the results was a waste. Painfully, while the elections of the Federal House of Representatives and the election of the Senate, which we did not contend because it followed and passed through the threshold of what INEC said it will do for the Nigerian people, and we believed INEC. That particular result was accepted by all because the result was transmitted as real time and there was no question. But the question remained, why was it that particular report, the result of the presidential election was not transmitted? And it was deliberately so. And we were able to present, and in fact, not only present, most of the observers clearly show that there was a deliberate attempt to cause or glitch that particular process in order to manipulate the system. Whatever decision that has already been made by our judges need to be looked into. Now, the fear here is this. Our younger ones are witnessing this particular show and they believe strongly Nigeria can be better, but not in this way. Not in this way for us to justify something that me,
Tanko,
you, and everybody knows.
Yeah. Let me ask you, do you perhaps regret or imagine that some of the social media attack on the judges could have hurt your case, because you will see in the tone of the judgment of yesterday from the judges, they did not take it lightly.
In fact, it is amazing for the learned judge to even make reference to it, because we expect that the learned judge should be able to look into those particular areas of eye on the judiciary. For example, there are precedents that have shown to Nigerians that we needed to trust the judiciary. And in fact, I for one thought that the judges would take that particular encouragement, because I call it encouragement, and courageously so, to give courage to our judiciary to be able to do the right thing. Because you see, walls has ears. People can see, people can hear. Once there is a discussion between two persons, that particular information can filter one way or the other. And don't think Nigerians are fools. They are not. They are watching and they are listening. For them to have made those particular pronouncements high on the judiciary.
But was it right?
Not to discourage them.
Was it right, Mr. Tanko, for example, if the judges don't feel that it was okay, do you for a moment, with the benefit of hindsight, now that this has happened, do you think that it was necessary for the judges to have been attacked on social media and allegations being leveled against your supporters?
Not at all. I would never support attacking our judiciary or our judges in any way. And that is why my position is clear on the encouragement aspect of those particular pronouncements, not as attack or an abuse. And in any case, our judges and the judiciary have the right to have put a caution, because all of us are under this particular judiciary. One day or the other, we will find ourselves in the court for adjudication, and we want our judiciary to be above board. In fact, they are supposed to be the last hope of the common man. Unfortunately, they have been inculcated and imputed into our electioneering system, which we need to find a way of eliminating, because we are putting them in the line of danger. The processes are very clear in Nigeria today. When you want to start an election, all you need to do, go for a propaganda at the early stage using the media. When you do, go to the election, use stocks, use any means of manipulation, use any means of money to put yourself in position of
Mr.
power.
Tanko,
Once you put yourself in the position of power, then you are asked to go to court.
Let's anchor this way. Yeah, on this question. If the judgment had gone in your favor, what would your reaction be have been different?
Of course it will have been different, but we will have preferred the judgment to be fair to all concerned. But if you look at this particular case in study, every aspect of the petition was trashed deliberately, and it was justified by all kinds of prayer position. But then, does it mean that particularly those judgments were made to on this petitioner because the judges are angry? Come on. Right. No, we would have reacted differently.
Well, if it had been in your favor, you wouldn't have thought that the judgment was not right.
We wouldn't have been because we know there are areas that we cannot be perfect. But this particular judgment needs to be looked at as if it was near perfect at all, because it was all completely. And when we know that the election was marred with a lot of malpractices.
Thank you for staying connected, my great and wonderful viewers. You can hear what the spokesperson of Labour Party said in this very video with the interview that Seun Okinbaloye granted to this man. You know, I said Seun Okinbaloye scatter everywhere and he spoiled the day for Bola Ahmed Tinubu because the same Tinubu in question have sued Channel Television before in time past, and that was some months ago. You know, Channel Television have to pay 3 million naira due to the interview that Seun granted one of Labour Party spokesperson and all of that. So Tinubu sued them. He said when Labour Party people come to the media, they say a lot and they attack him a lot. So Tinubu said he felt inconvenience with what Labour Party person spoke in Channel Television that day. That was why he sued Channel Television, and Channel Television paid 3 million. And the same Seun again have come up again. So Tinubu issued the warning that Channel Television should restrict any Labour Party this thing that they will be inviting. You will even notice that they don't used to invite Peter Obi like that and all of that again. So they have to restrict them and all of that. And the same Seun Okinbaloye that caused the first one have finally come again to invite another Labour Party person, and he couldn't even restrict the man from speaking out his mind. So the man said a lot. I'm giving kudos to Seun for not being scared of what Tinubu issue and the other Tinubu issue in time past. So this media is a place where we have your freedom of expression, and that is one of our fundamental human rights in Nigeria. Now, going back to what the man said, the Labour Party spokesperson that Seun granted an interview here said a lot that the judiciary did. You know, he said the judiciary were angry in court based on what the obedient were posting, the billboard they were posting in Abuja, all eyes on the judiciary billboard. He said the judges were angry, so they reacted reacted to obedience in court. They reacted to the petitions of Peter Obi based on the billboard that was shared on Abuja Street before the tribunal made their ruling. So that got them angry, and we think that is just an encouragement to the judiciary so that they won't pervert justice. But they took it negatively. See it as a threat and all of that. So that is why they reacted to Peter Obi's petition and Peter Obi's lawyer negatively. That is why they call Peter Obi's evidences watering evidences. They said the evidences that Peter Obi brought to the law court, they said they are manipulated evidences. They even said that Peter Obi couldn't provide the video evidence of where there were voters intimidation and voter suppression in course of the election, which the video were online rampant on Twitter most especially. So Peter Obi's spokesperson said every evidences in video format were provided and all of that, but the judiciary denies it. The judges in the tribunal denies it. They said there weren't any video evidences, so you can see what is going on. This is the reason why Peter Obi said that they should allow the proceedings in the tribunal to be transmitted live for everyone to see. I don't mean that the proceedings are transmitted live and all of that. Everybody will see where Labour Party are tendering the video evidences and they are doing all sorts of things in the court. But the judges, the same judges, denies it. They said they don't want the proceedings to be transmitted live, and even the judgment did not want it to be transmitted live. So they did everything indoor and privately, and you can see the outcome of everything. That's just that Peter Obi know what he was saying when he was making the agitation that the proceedings and the judgment will be transmitted live for all Nigerians and the entire world to see. So you can see what is happening in the Nigerian judiciary. Even the judges throw away the case of INEC. They said the petition that Peter Obi filed against INEC is not having a concrete evidence. They said the evidences are watering evidences. They said INEC have the right to issue the result the way they wish to. And mind you, Peter Obi tender evidences of where different polling unit results in Nigeria were not uploaded, and whereas in the iReporter they just put the picture of a mountain or picture of a flower in where results supposed to be pasted and all of that. So INEC did not transmit the full result. They didn't put out the full result, and they didn't finish reading the full result, and they announced someone as the president of Nigeria and all of that. So the judges in the tribunal said INEC have the right to do anything they wish to do. So with the money that INEC collected from Nigerian government, the 200 and something billion naira that Mama Yakubu collected from Nigerian government to conduct a free and credible and transparent election to Nigerians, to buy beavers machine and to develop an iReporter, the money that they collected is now a giveaway money. And even the international communities, they gave INEC, the European Union gave INEC millions of naira or even up to $1 billion to conduct a fair and transparent election. But all the money that the European Union even contribute, everything went into waste. It went into exile. So the Nigerian judges did not say anything to say about that. So they see that money as a giveaway money to INEC, and that money is your tax and my tax. So you can see what is going on in this country. They are making illegality to stand under the Nigeria constitution. So they are misinterpreting the constitution. Even the judges are not interpreting the constitution well. So Peter Obi is heading to the Supreme Court. Drop a opinion in the comment section of this video. Do you really think Peter Obi will see justice in the Supreme Court? Because the Supreme Court proceedings will soon begin. So drop a opinion in the comment section of this video. Is it going to see justice in the Supreme Court? Drop a opinion, feel free, as I'm going on there to get a narrative for you. Ensure you follow me on my social media handles on Facebook at LAJUPOG TV and LAJUPOG Entertainment, and on Instagram at LAJUPOG. Follow us on X, popular known as Twitter, at LAJUPOG. Guess what, guys? See you in my next video.
I see the hot for my body, I say make I yarn you. Religious gossip plenty day for body. Pastor with the line on top, be pastor for LAJUPOG Watch TV. Pastor with the back, where politician with the do pass himself. Corrupt leader, all the while you wait for church.